Hi there, I am Giuseppe Corcella from Virtual Orchestration and today I'm going to review Vocalise 3 by Heavyocity. First of all, I want to thank Heavyocity for kindly sending us a copy of their library to review. Vocalise 3 is the latest addition to the Gravity Pack series, but you don't have to own Gravity modern scoring tools to be able to use it. It's totally independent. This library features some evocative ethereal atmospheric vocals. It usually sells for $119, but it's currently on intro price for $99. Size is 7 GB. It works in the free Contact Player 6.7.1 or above and it's NKS compatible. As per usual, I warmly suggest you to check out the videos on the Heavyocity's YouTube channel, as well as to carefully read the manual to get a complete overview of this library and discover all the little secrets of its engine, which has a lot of things, a lot of parameters and tabs in it. Vocalise 3 comes with 190 NKI instruments organized into folders: Melodic Phrases, Intervals, Rhythmic Pedals, Scapes and Drones, and Vowels. The GUI is similar on all the included instruments. The main page includes all the main controls. On the left side you got a reverb, chorus, delay, distortion. You can enable or disable them by clicking on the small square near the name, and then you have a few knobs for each of them you can use to control some behaviors of the effect itself. You can also choose between quite a few different reverbs, both creatives and room emulations. On the right side you've got an ADSR and right below it a velocity knob which basically affects the dynamic range available on the instrument you are playing, unison which creates the tuned multiples of the note you are playing, and on some patches you also have a glide knob which sets a pitch glide time between the notes. On the upper side of the interface you've got 3 view options: sample, punish and twist. Sample shows you the waveform of the sample you are playing, and you can also change the starting point of the sample, the tune, the pen, the volume. The punish effect combines the saturator and the compressor. You activate it by clicking on this button below, and you can assign it to any control change. The twist effect basically alters the tone of the instrument you are playing. You can also decide how the tone is affected by using the tone and the rate parameters just below the big knob. And as the punish parameter, you activate it by clicking on this button. The second page includes an equalizer and a filter, so you can play a lot around with the sound of your samples and create something really different from the original ones if you want to. They affect only the current sample, and you can use the master EQ on the left to make it affect all the samples of the loaded patch. You activate them by clicking on this button, and as you can see you have a lot of parameters you can control. The Trigger FX tab includes some further effects that can be triggered by using the red keys on your keyboard. Distortion is assigned to F6, Lo-Fi to F#6, Filter to G6, Panner to G#6, and Delay to A6. You don't have to worry if you don't remember which keys they are assigned to, because when you enable one of them, the corresponding key on this little keyboard on the interface becomes orange. Each parameter here has an independent advanced tab. You can control a lot of things here, and you have also a randomize button to let the engine decide for you. By clicking on these arrows, you can switch between the advanced menus of each effect without exiting the tab. Finally, the Motion tab includes a modulation sequencer you can use to change the volume, pan and pitch over time to create some very interesting effect. You can trigger the motion sequences by clicking on the play button here, or by using the green keys on the keyboard, or by clicking on the global play button under here. And here you can decide how many patterns there are in your loop, and if chain is selected, when you press the key and enable the play button, it will play back through your preset chain from the first pattern to the number of slots you included in the loop. You have a different sequencer for volume, pan and pitch. You also have a randomize tool, which I find pretty useful, and if you click on the browse button, you can also choose between quite a few factory-made patterns that can help you a lot when you are on a rush or just to get started. So, tons of options here. You can switch between the slots from here, and you can also change the attack, the decay, the number of steps there are in each slot, and the rate. As you can see from this preset, you can also decide to change the order of the slots. To do that, you just have to go with your mouse on one of the slots and then drag it up or down until you find the number of slots you want. Okay, now let's dig deeper into what's included in the library and see how it sounds. Generally speaking, in Vocalise 3 you'll find 3 different kind of instruments. The 3-channel instruments, which feature 3 layered sound instruments, menus, instruments with a different sound on each key, and elements including a single sound stretched across the keyboard. The first category of NKIs is Melodic Phrases. As the term suggests, they are pre-recorded vocal phrases, each one singing a short melody recorded on 4 different keys and using 4 different styles. The lower octave of the playable range also includes some drones, and this is very helpful if you want to record something very quickly and real time using these. Using the purple keys, you can transpose the samples on the corresponding tone. Okay, if you activate this play button, it will follows the motion sequencer. So you also have some additional option to change even more the sound and the mood in general thanks to the effect. So yeah, you have a lot of options here to work and play around with the sound. Also, I really like that you can activate and deactivate these effects directly from your keyboard, and you can do that also when the note is playing. And I think this is a really great function to work real time and to get the best out of this instrument. I also really like that the samples without reverb and delay are quite dry. So if you want to use any convolution reverb of your choice at the later stage, you can do that without any risk to overlap to different real ambiances. Intervals include pre-recorded intervals on different keys and recorded by two singers, Carla and Christine, who you can find throughout all the library. If you point your mouse on one key, you can read the kind of interval is assigned to that key right below the keyboard, as well as how it sounds and the direction of it. When the root note is on the left, the interval will be ascending. When the root note is on the right, the interval will be descending. So as you can hear, they sing on different vowels. And you have really a lot of options here, as you have all the root notes for the intervals. Rhythmic pedals include quite a few rhythmic vocal pedals, meaning that they are played on the same tone. And you can find them in quite a few variations: straight, triplets, whispers. The pedal menus basically include all the loops just in one place, but you can also access the individual loops by choosing the single pedals mono or stereo. Remix pedals are kind of processed loops, and the stacked pedals are a combination of normal and remixed pedals.
Ta sakatesa, 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 ta sakatesa. Anu doni doni ana anu doni doni ana anu doni doni ana anu doni doni ana anu doni doni ana. Anado, anado, donote, donote. Anado, anado, donote, donote. Anado, anado, donote, donote. Anado, anado. Anado, anado, donote, donote. Anado, 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 donote, donote. Anado, 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 donote, donote. Ta sakatela, ta sakatela, do me fa so, fa so. Canato, canatela, donote, canotela, canato, canatela, donote, canotela, canato, canatela, donote, canotela, canato, canatela, donote, canotela. Anado, anado, donote, donote. 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 Anado, anado. Anado, 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 donote, anado, donote, anado, donote, anado, donote. do, me so, 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 fa, do, me, do, me so. Di, do, mi, and di, do, mi, and di, do, mi, and di, do, mi, and di, do, mi, and
Oh, this is really cool. As you can see on the stack patches, you have a slightly different engine with a mix and a pitch tab, where you can control the single layers, and also in the EQ filter and in the motion tab you can choose a different behavior for the 3 channels.
do, me, fa, so, do, me, taka, ta, la, taka, taka, ta, la, taka, do, me, fa, so, la, taka, fa, so, ta, la, taka, do, me, fa, so, la, taka, fa, so, ta, la, taka, taka, ta, la, fa, so, do, me, taka, ta, la, do, me, fa, so, taka, ta, la, fa, so, do, me, taka, ta, la, do, me, fa, so, taka, ta, la, fa, so, do, me, taka, ta, la, do, me, fa, so, taka, ta, la, fa, so, do, me, taka, ta, la, taka, taka, ta, la, taka, taka, ta, la, taka, taka, ta, la, taka, taka, ta, so, do, me, ta, la, do, me, fa, so, taka, ta, fa, do, me, taka, ta, me, fa, so, ta, la, fa, so, do, me, taka, ta, do, me, fa, so, taka, ta, so, do, me.
So as you can see, you really have countless options here, and you can really bring the original sound to become something completely different, something else. And I believe this really helps with the creativity. Drones and scapes include a variety of drones and pads to create some kind of ambient textures. So the drones are best suited for the low end, for the bass frequencies, and the Vocalscapes seems to be a mix between some drones and some vocal phrases, and I really find them really evocative, really emotional, and really inspiring. So yeah, I really like these patches. The Vowels folder includes playable vowels sung by Carla and Christine. You will find two folders in there. Moving vowels, including some loops, meaning that if you keep pressing the key, it will go from one vowels to another of the ones written in the names of the patch you are using. So for example, if you load this one, it will sing first these vowels and then this one, and then the loop restarts. Single vowels include just the single playable vowels. So yeah, this is the last one. It was something crazy, something completely different. It wasn't vocals, it was something else. So, in conclusion, I believe this is a quite good library. It's almost completely vocal based, but if you play a bit around with it, you can really point it to a different direction and make something that can be used on very different musical styles, not only cinematic. So it's very versatile. The playable patches are quite limited though, you only have sustain, but I honestly think it makes sense if you think to the main purpose of the library, which is to create some evocative, atmospheric, ethereal vocal textures. So all you need are just long, smooth and lush notes, no legato, no staccato, no syllables, just calm and ethereal vowels. And if you need to bring it to the next level and adapt the library to other kind of styles and genres, you can do that thanks to this powerful engine, which really gives you countless possibilities. I really like the samples, they sound very natural and realistic, and I really enjoy the phrases. You just have to be careful if you transpose them too much, as the samples get stretched. Anyways, the choice of the sampled keys is strategic, as they are sampled by third, so that if you transpose them very nearby, you are still able to achieve a realistic result. Indeed, you see here A, C, D sharp and F sharp. One thing I forgot to tell is that the transposing range extends one octave lower the keyboard range. So in the A phrases the root key is here, so you hear that if I stay nearby the root key, the samples are not stretched too much. Anyways, here you have the possibility to stretch the samples also a lot if you want to achieve some particular vocal result that can maybe fit some modern musical styles. So you really have a lot of options here, but with the choice of these sampled keys, and if you stay nearby them, you can get all the range covered. I also love the rhythmic pedals, they are very cool and can really be helpful on many genres. Price is quite fair in my opinion, considering all the samples and all the options you have in this library. It's all for today, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to support virtual orchestration, subscribe to the channel, join our newsletter if you wish, hit the like button and don't forget to click on the bell icon to get notified as soon as we release a new tutorial or a new review. If you are new to the world of the virtual orchestration and you wish to learn more about it, or even if you are a pro or semi-pro looking to improve your skills, we offer private online lessons about virtual orchestration, mockup programming and how to use Dorico, Sibelius, Cubase and Logic Pro. Get in touch at info@virtualorchestration.it. I wish you a wonderful day and see you on the next review.